In the part 1 video, we have seen that waves are energy in traveling form. We have also observed that waves can be transverse or longitudinal. In this video, we will learn how to measure a wave by measuring various parameters related to it. When we drop a stone in a pond, as it sinks, it imparts energy at different levels and generate many ripples. Generally, when a source continuously releases energy, particles face continuous ripples of energy. Because of this energy, particles perform the same type of movement again and again. Part 1. How to represent a wave on paper. A wave has a traveling direction and effect is particle movement in the same or perpendicular directions. Also, a wave possesses some energy. Graphically, waves are represented by energy versus time, or by energy versus distance covered by a wave, or by vertical movement of particles versus distance covered by a wave, or by vertical movement of particles versus time. Transverse waves can be represented in all the ways, but since, in the longitudinal waves, particles move in the same direction as the wave, they are represented using energy versus time, or energy versus distance covered by the wave. When a wave reaches a particle, particle energy increases and translates into movement. It starts moving up. As wave passes, this particle keeps on going upward. Once all energy is depleted, the particle starts coming back, but due to momentum gain, it keeps on going downward and returns back to the natural position. All the further particle performs the similar movement. You should note here that particles' movement lasts even after the wave is passed because they have absorbed the energy when wave came in contact. Particles which have same energy and are moving in the same direction are considered to be in same phase. If you plot the movement of particles or energy they possess with time and wave movement, it will look something like this. Part 2. What is the length of a wave? The minimum distance between two points that are at same phase is called wavelength. This distance also equals to distance between two consecutive crests. Wavelength is measured in meters, centimeters, nanometers, etc. In the given diagram, the wavelength is 2 centimeters. Part 3. What is the frequency and time period of a wave? When a source releases energy in intervals and as this energy reaches the particles in the form of multiple waves, it causes them to repeat the movement. The time period is the term used for defining the time taken for a particle to repeat its movement. This is also equivalent to the time interval between two consecutive energy releases from the source. On the other hand, frequency is defined as a number of movements completed by a particle in a second of time, which is also equivalent to the number of waves released by the source in 1 second. Mathematically, frequency equals 1 by time period. In the current case, the frequency is 5. Because in a second of time, the particle completed 5 full movements, a 5 times wave is released by the source. Frequency is measured in hertz. If a wave has frequency 50 Hz, it means that the source is releasing 50 waves in a second. Part 4. What is the speed of the wave? The speed of a wave is defined as how fast energy is traveling through a medium. We know that wavelength is the distance covered by a wave between two consecutive energy releases and frequency as the number of energy packet releases in a second of time. Multiplying these two will give us how fast the wave is traveling. In the current example, the wave is traveling at speed of 10 centimeters per second. Part 5. How much energy does the wave carry? We know that when a wave reaches a particle, it causes them to move. Amplitude is the term that showcases the maximum amount of energy that a wave is carrying. It is equivalent to the maximum distance to which particles have moved after coming in contact with the wave. From the figure, you can see that the maximum movement of particle n is 15 centimeters, which is also equal to amplitude. When we increase the volume of a music player, we increase the amplitude. If a wave is carrying high energy, it will result in higher amplitude. Part 6. Mathematical representation. Mathematically, a wave can be represented using wavelength, frequency, time, phase shift, and amplitude. The following equation represents a simple sine wave. Here, y denotes the position of a particle at time t. A is amplitude, lambda is the wavelength, mu is frequency, and phi is a phase shift.